There's a lot of people that's worried about this situation because it's a real issue. You can drop out a credit card at the store, or
Yes.
somebody can get that number, just watching you, and could bankrupt you.
Sure. And keep in mind, and I think we are creating a great example of what most people do. They want to keep coming back to the money piece.
Yeah,
That's only 16%, and guess what?
right.
They you can be on the verge of bankruptcy before you ever know anything's happened.
Mm,
Kroll is going to pick up on these things. If you or your wife, significant other, creates a new account, you're going to get an alert immediately asking, did you just open this account? We have a funny story, and it's funny because it's just great. One of our members was traveling, and it was on a weekend. It was Sunday morning, and his wife went into one of the major department stores, opened up an account, put about $600 on it. Before she got to her car, leaving the store, before she got to her car, she got a phone call from her husband saying, did you just set up an account at this department store? And she was like, how did you know? Well, it's because he got an alert immediately.
mm,
Now, that's just about your credit, but wouldn't you like to know if someone else is using your medical information,
right.
or if someone else is using your social security number? And here's one last piece that our premium plan does. Wouldn't you like to know if someone who has been out committing sex crimes, if they were trying to set up a new life with your information?
Oh, my goodness.
You can call in and request that Kroll search the databases of all the known sex offenders, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to make sure that no one is out there trying to set up a new life with your information.
So you all do background checks, you handle small businesses, wills, living wills, health care providers, attorneys, loans, all kinds of things you cover.
Well, and when you say loans, health care, what we're saying is that you have access now to call and talk with an attorney
Right.
about any of that.
Yeah.
Before you buy your next car or sign your agreement on your next cell phone, fax those documents into your law firm and let an attorney read them. Wouldn't you agree that an attorney's written them up?
Yeah.
Just not your attorney. So now we have access. Jonathan, the attorneys can write letters and make phone calls on your behalf if they see that that's necessary. What do you think the percentage is of folks in this country who actually have a will in place?
I'd say very low.
Yes, about maybe 20 to 30% of the population has a will,
Or a living will.
a living will, healthcare power of attorney. When you have the Legal Shield membership, both you and your spouse or significant other, you immediately can get your wills done, your living wills, and your healthcare power of attorneys. I've had people say, I don't have anything, I don't need a will. You know what? It's the last love letter that you can leave to your children. A living will, a healthcare power of attorney, it just takes care of everything. When my parents passed, I am so grateful for my family, for my brothers. We were always on the same page. And here's why. We knew exactly what our parents wanted because it was in writing. We didn't have to question. We didn't have to second guess ourselves. What a beautiful way to allow our parents to make that transition into the afterlife.
Oh, yes. Well, touching on that same aspect right there, talking about family and things like that, even if somebody is planning an adoption, they can get legal advice.
Yes, yes. And in fact, part of our plan is just that, to help people with adoptions.
Or separation, divorce, IRS.
Yes, if you're audited, if you get this membership today or this year, beginning with your 2013 taxes going forward, you actually have up to 50 hours per tax year of a tax attorney's help. And would you agree that you're going to have a better outcome if you have a tax attorney with you than if you go into an audit with your big box of receipts?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.